Hi, I'm Nikki.
And I'm Ivan.
And together we are the Disney couple. During a national maritime ceremony held this past week in Bremerhaven, Germany, Disney Cruise Line took delivery of their newest ship, the Disney Wish. This final culmination of more than 2 years of work is now finally complete, thanks to the tireless efforts made possible through the thousands of shipyard workers in the Meyer Werft shipyard in Germany, and also through the creative vision of Disney Imagineers. Disney Cruise Line President Thomas Maslin and Meyer Werft Managing Director Jan Meyer are seen here signing the official documents transferring ownership over to Disney. Disney Cruise Line presented Meyer Werft with an elegant Cinderella statuette commemorating the beautiful life-size bronze statue that welcomes guests in the ship's Grand Hall. Following the ceremony, Captain Marco Nagara took the helm of the Disney Wish and then made ready for the transatlantic voyage from Bremerhaven to her home in Port Canaveral, Florida. The Disney Wish is the fifth ship in the Disney Cruise Line fleet, where Disney storytelling is at its core, from Pixar to Marvel and even Star Wars. The Disney Wish sets sail on its maiden voyage from Port Canaveral on July 14th, and we've included the link down below where you can track the Disney Wish's position live as it makes its way to its new home. Happy birthday, Donald! This past week, one beloved short-tempered duck turned 88 years old. Of course, that would be Donald Duck. His debut was on June 9, 1934, in the silly symphony cartoon, The Wise Little Hen. Since then, Donald's been all over the world in all kinds of adventures, many of which you can see on Disney+, such as Hawaiian Holiday, 1937, Donald's Golf Game, 1938, Donald's Dog Laundry, 1940, Chef Donald, 1941, Donald's Tire Trouble, 1943, and much, much more. Donald's been immortalized in books, films, TV shows, and even his own record, the ever-popular Quack, Quack, Quack. Donald even once led his own parade right down Main Street, USA, back in 1984, to celebrate his 50th birthday with 50 ducks, who seemed to follow Donald wherever he went. The ducks even rode as guests of honor in the official parade, wearing birthday party hats, of course. Fast forward several years, and now Donald is featured in 3 different Walt Disney World rounds: the Magic Kingdom Park, Mayhem of Mickey's PhilharMagic. At Hollywood Studios, he's along for the ride in Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And finally, in Epcot, he's in the World Showcase in the Mexican Pavilion, along with fellow Cabreros Panchito and Jose, and a very relaxing boat ride. These days, you'll find Donald along with his friends Goofy, Mickey, Minnie, and of course Daisy, surrounding Cinderella's castle in Magic Kingdom, celebrating the world's most magical celebration, the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. This is only an abbreviated look at the many adventures that this short-tempered duck has gotten into. The link down below has the full article, including Walt Disney World artist Stacia Martin, as she talks and draws Donald right before your eyes.
Disney Imagineering grants a wish, and much more. Disney, partnering with Make-A-Wish, have led to thousands of children have their ultimate dreams come true. That is, to visit and interact with Disney's characters at the Disney parks. But sometimes the wish goes a little deeper, as in the case with Bella, who has a heart condition. And her wish was to visit and interact with none other than Disney Imagineering. I've always been very interested and passionate about Disney's creative process, said Bella. They're at the forefront on a lot of technology that's being created right now, but a lot of people don't realize that. Bella was born in Walt Disney's home state of Missouri, and was watching the Imagineering story on Disney Plus, and was so taken and inspired by the special that Make-A-Wish and Disney were both able to grant Bella's wish, and again, so much more. First of all, tours of Walt Disney Imagineering are very rare indeed. This creative force was created by none other than Walt Disney himself, to always take an idea and plus it, as Walt would say, to make sure Disney was always on the cutting edge of entertainment and technology. Bella was truly grateful as she was invited to step behind the curtain. Although Bella's wish is now complete, her Disney dream now continues. The week after her wish was granted, she started working as an intern at Disney and received her very first official name tag and is now earning her ears. To date, Disney and Make-A-Wish have worked together with more than 145,000 children to make their wishes come true, including the very first official wish at Disneyland Resort in California. And who knows, maybe someday Bella may become an Imagineer herself and join more than 140 disciplines, from artists, engineers, producers, project managers, and so much more. Good luck to Bella on her journey, and maybe someday her ultimate Disney dream will come true as a Disney Imagineer. There are so many ways to get around Walt Disney World, it's almost mind-boggling. Relax, we have some tips here to make sure you get from point A to point B without too much frustration. Now for this segment, I'm going to split these up into different chapters for those of you who want to skip ahead to different modes of transportation that Disney offers. And here we go. First, let's start with the ever-popular Walt Disney World bus service. For the most part, this workhorse for Disney transportation can just about get you everywhere you want to go. At your hotel bus stop, there are TVs with projected times going to the next park, and for the most part, these are correct. Also, keep your ears, your mouse ears, and your eyes open, as sometimes a non-Disney decorated bus will be the one ferrying you off to the parks. However, hopefully, it doesn't look like the bus here. One last important tip. When arriving at the park via bus, make a note of where your hotel pickup stop is, so when you drag yourself out of the park at night, you're not trying to find your bus stop amongst other tired people. This way you can walk right to your stop and wait patiently in line, and hopefully get to your hotel in no time at all. Up next is one of my favorite modes of transportation, the Walt Disney World Monorail transportation system. For you Simpsons fans out there, this one's for you. Let's make this as easy as possible. There are 3 monorail lines at Walt Disney World: the Resort Monorail, the Express Monorail, and the Epcot Monorail. So first of all, how do you get on the monorail? There are several ways. So after you're parking your car at Magic Kingdom parking lot, make sure you know where you left your car at. The easiest way to do that is to get on your phone, make sure your Bluetooth is enabled, and drop a pin on your map app. And then you can find your car later on at night. Now continuing on, there are parking lot trams that'll take you to the TTC, or the Transportation and Ticket Center. From there, you have 2 options. You can hop on the Epcot monorail, goes right to Epcot, or you can hop on the Express monorail, that goes right to the Magic Kingdom entrance. For this example, we're going to hop on the Express monorail, and since everything is in a name, you'll be getting your Mickey hugs in a hurry, as this monorail goes right to the Magic Kingdom. And then your fun-filled day begins. So the Express monorail only has 2 destinations, the TTC and the Magic Kingdom. And it travels on the outer loop of the monorail track, traveling counterclockwise. Again, starting at the TTC to pick up and drop off guests, and continuing through the Contemporary, and then stopping again at the Magic Kingdom station to drop off and pick up guests. Then the monorail goes past the Grand Floridian, continues past the Polynesian Resort, but then doesn't stop again until you get back to the TTC. And that's pretty much it. That is the Express monorail in a nutshell. Now moving on, the Resort monorail is a horse or monorail of a different color. This monorail stops at, in order, from the Magic Kingdom, the Contemporary Resort, the TTC, the Polynesian Resort, the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, and then returns back to the Magic Kingdom. Travels clockwise on the inner loop of the monorail track. And if you're ever in question, just look up. All the monorails are labeled either Resort or Express. So for this example, we're going to pick this monorail up in front of the Magic Kingdom Park. So if we're having breakfast at Chef Mickey's, or lunch at Steakhouse 71, or even dinner at the California Grill, which is located in the Contemporary, and you were in the Magic Kingdom Park that day, you would exit the park and then get on the Resort Monorail. And then you depart, and your next stop would be the Contemporary Resort. And then when you were done eating all that delicious food, you would get back on the monorail and then ride all the way around the Seven Seas Lagoon and end up back in the Magic Kingdom Resort monorail station. And yes, if you wanted to, you can stay on the monorail as long as you like. So in a nutshell, that is a resort monorail. So now you're in Magic Kingdom, and it's after 2 o'clock. Now you want to park hop over to Epcot. How do you do it? Very easy. Exit the Magic Kingdom and get some delicious popcorn on your way out too. Hop on the Express monorail, and then when the monorail stops, which would be at the TTC, get off and follow the signs to the Epcot monorail and hop on. In about 15 minutes or less, you'll be in Epcot. Then once you're done in Epcot, after watching Harmonious, get back on the monorail, which will take you back to the TTC, and then get on the parking lot tram and go back and find your car. So that's a very quick guide to the monorail and all 3 lines. Next, we're going to talk about Disney's newest form of transportation, the Disney Skyliner. The Disney Skyliner opened in September 2019 and really gives a much different view than any other form of transportation. Quick facts. Top speed's about 11 miles per hour, and no, there's no AC, but there are window slats at the top of the car, so air is always moving as long as the car is moving. There are 5 stations serving Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and also the Disney Riviera, Caribbean Beach, Pop Century, and Art of Animation resorts. The only station in the list where you don't have to get off is the Riviera Resort Station. You come down very slowly and the doors open, and you can either stay on or get off. All the other stations you have to disembark and then get onto the connecting line to wherever your next destination is. More facts about the Skyliner. You're about 60 feet in the air most of the time, and this ride does shut down due to inclement weather. So make sure your weather app is active for the Bay Lake area, since being in Florida you do get those pop-up afternoon thunderstorms. And if rain is forecast or moving in the area of the Skyliner, you might want to find another mode of transportation. Also, if you're trying to make your way to Rope Drop, that is the time when the park opens up officially, I'd recommend a bus or a ride share to get you there on time. Overall, very nice ride. Relaxing. You can enjoy your views in the spacious cabin and get your thoughts together of what you want to do next in your day. Continuing on now, we'll talk about Disney's Small Navy. The most infamous form of water transportation is the ferry boat ride from the TTC to the Magic Kingdom. Now, if you're in a hurry, look elsewhere. Otherwise, this is a nice, relaxing ferry boat ride where you can slow down and just enjoy the beauty of the Seven Seas Lagoon and see all the surrounding nature that call Florida home. Now, if you're staying at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campgrounds, Disney's Wilderness Lodge Resort, Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, and Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, they all also offer boat service to Magic Kingdom Park. Disney's Boardwalk Inn, Disney's Yacht Club Resort, and Disney's Beach Club Resort can enjoy water taxi service aboard friendship boats to both Epcot and also Disney's Hollywood Studios. Also in Epcot, there are 2 friendship boats going from Canada to Morocco, and on the other side from Mexico to Germany in the World Showcase. In addition, Disney's Old Key West, Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa, Port Orleans, Riverside and French Quarter also offer water taxi service to Disney Springs. Now, if you want a really relaxing ride that just goes in a loop, try the Steamboat Ride over in Adventure/Frontierland. Goes around Tom Sawyer's Island with unique views of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, of course Tom Sawyer's Island, and the Haunted Mansion, and more. Great place to people watch too. Unfortunately, my all-time favorite form of transportation is of course the Walt Disney World Railroad, which has been silent since December 2018. And fun fact, we missed riding it by 1 week before it went to storage. The Walt Disney World Railroad has been fully refurbished since then, with test runs here and there. And once the Tron ride is open, hopefully before then, you'll soon be able to hear the whistle of the Lily Bell, the Roy O. Disney, the Roger E. Brogy, and of course the Walter E. Disney. Estimates are that the Walt Disney World Railroad will once again be chugging around Magic Kingdom sometime this year. We'll have that news as soon as it comes in. Now to finish up our transportation piece. There is one final form of transportation that many of you are excited to finally see come back, the Minnie Vans. As of this writing, prices are not known just yet. But back during the initial operation, Minnie Vans were a minimum of $15 and a charge per mile fee on top of that. So think about $25 to $40 depending on where you want to go. The ultimate trip though was from the Orlando International Airport. One way was $150. Talk about riding in style. So exactly what are Minnie Vans? Minnie Vans are operated by Lyft, using Disney cast members to shuttle you around the park. Each minivan comes with 2 child seats, and the ride is very comfortable. Earlier in the article I had mentioned about making it to the parks in time for rope drop. Well, if you have to make it for rope drop, this is the ultimate guaranteed way to make it, as this is the only ride share that will drop you off right in front of the park, just like a Disney bus does. So, once the minivan service comes back, which is now June 29th, all you have to do is open your Lyft app and then request a minivan, and then you're on your way for a fun-filled Disney day. Again, pricing is unknown at this time, but the minivan rollout will be coming soon on June 29th, so we'll find out soon enough. So curious, what are your favorite forms of Disney transportation? Let us know in the comments section down below.
Thanks for watching today's episode.
And remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications.
Have a magical day.